Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And we are in the prison. We have been drunkenly chased by guards. Anyways, the sun rises and comes filtering through the barred window. Yes, we are not drunk anymore. Huzzargs! And we have recovered a little bit of our health as well, so huzzah. Anyways, the sun rises and comes filtering through the barred window in your cell. You awake with a start as a gaoler turns a key in the lock and throws open the cell door with a palm. Your overnight rest allows you to recover, okay, there we go, up to 4 vitality points. Get up, he snarls. You're coming with me. You follow him past the row of cells, most of them holding 1 or 2 pitiful wretches, and up to a large wooden door. He opens it and pushes you inside. The carpeted floor beneath your feet feels as welcome as it is unexpected. Sitting opposite of you is this gentleman. Sitting opposite of you, behind a large desk, is a person you recognize. Kiorik was once an adventurer like yourself, though he had morals that were considerably more malleable than yours, particularly when money was involved. The last time you saw Kiorik, he was a guard stationed at the city gates. It seems he has risen swiftly through the ranks. At first you were worried that he was sent for you in order to gloat, but it seems he is genuinely interested in securing your release. I know you are not the assassin, taking out the city's nobleman. He confides in you. You have been out of the city for the past month, and besides, why would a do-gooder like yourself be involved in such grisly dealings? You don't care for his estimation of you, but if it will help speed up your release, you're happy to play along. At length, the goer brings your possessions and puts them on Kurik's desk. If you're wearing Fedor's signet ring when you were arrested by the patrol last night, turn page, which we were not. Otherwise, I have a feeling it's a good thing we didn't take the ring. Yep. Otherwise, turn to page 54. Keurig briefly looks through the pile of your possessions and then turns to the goer. I can't see any evidence to convince this man, he tells him. The head goer's expression turns from shock to outrage. Spinning to his heel, he leaps stiffly through the door. His hands clutch tightly at his sides. As his footsteps recede into the distance, Keurig turns to you and smiles. Feel free to take your things and go, he says. You think Keurig can pick up all your items and leave as quickly as possible. It is not until you are escorted out across the courtyard and through the imposing main gates that you realize that 3 gold tostados are missing. It's no longer seems such a surprise that Keurig was willing to help you. You angrily stomp back to your lodging place to collect your other possessions. We did not encounter anyone with any ominous news last night. No, I do not believe so. If not, continue to 491. As you make your way through the streets, this looks bad. Streets to your lodgings, you become aware that someone is following you and tailing your every step. You twice make sharp turns and return back on yourself, and this mysterious figure copies your every turn. You dodge into a side street and hide in the shadow of a tall building. As your tail moves stealthily around the corner and into the light, you challenge him, demanding to know his business. Rather than retreat, he sneers at you, drawing a dagger from his belt. I come with a warning, he spits. Leave Orlandes and keep out of our affairs. You tell him that you don't know what he is talking about, and he merely responds, to make sure you listen, we have your girl. The redhead. Want proof? He holds out his hand with a silver necklace that you recognize. You bought for her some months ago. You know he speaks the truth. They have kidnapped Kari. Despite your breakup earlier, you would not wish her to be held in captivity by some cruel murderer, and certainly not on your own account. Her words from earlier echo in your ears. Maybe she was right. Maybe you should be more aggressive in getting what you want. Right now, you want to rescue Kari. You demand to know where she is being taken, but the man laughs spitefully. He draws his weapon threateningly. You can try to evade him, or you can attack him. Let's try to evade him, shall we? You feint to the left and then kick the footpad's leg, catching him off balance. With a curse, he staggers backwards, and you take advantage of the opportunity to run down a nearby street alley. You hear the footpad curse and come after you. You leap over a fence into the backyard of a butcher shop, listening to the footpad's blunders as the footpad blunders past. You had not reckoned with the butcher's dog, however, which begins to bark loudly. You scramble back over the fence, which shudders as it struck down from the other side by the large hound. As the footpad comes back towards you, the fence gives way and the hound leaps out into the back street, snarling viciously. You step backwards, ready for combat, but fortune is on your side. For once, it's on your side. The hound leaps at the footpad, who turns tail and flees into the night, pursued by the barking dog. Full of anger at the news of Kari, your eyes are filled with tears of hate as you make your way back to the streets. You return to your lodging house and go up to your room. The smell of stale sweat and worse clings to you like a rash. So you take a deep breath and plunge into a wooden barrel of cold water that the holster laughingly referred to as a bath. The frigid water brings you fully to wakefulness, and soon you are dressed and ready to break your fast. You shout down to the holster, and he promptly brings you a loaf of 3-day-old bread that you ravenously devour, helping your vitality increase by 2. You pull on your leather jerkin and pick up your weapon. Finally, you collect together your other belongings and what money you have left, and here, what you had left here, and prepare to leave. You pay the holster 3 gold tostados. Outside in the street, the bright and warm sunshine raises your spirits. You feel confident you can unravel the mystery surrounding the young nobleman's murder and somehow find what happened to your love. How will you go about your investigations? If you search for someone in Altena, assuming you heard that name, we have not heard that name. If you recognize neither of those names, well, we actually do recognize the Fedor name. So that is our only option. Pursue that line of research. You ask around and soon find the location of the Fedor compound in the city's western quarter, where many nobles and wealthy merchant lives. The central bazaar and surrounding shops and businesses gradually give way to larger, more exclusive dwellings. You cross the river Mendes by way of the Orlandes bridge and enter the district of the city nobles. The wide, straight avenues are lined with poplar trees and parks, and public gardens are dotted around the well-spaced domiciles of the city elite. It is much quieter here, and the men and women you pass are dressed in expensive clothing. You may stop and question some of these about the Fedor family if you wish. Otherwise, you may go straight to the Fedor mansion. Let's just go straight. Yeah, let's just go straight to the house. What's the worst that can happen, right? Although only a minor noble of the city, Baron Fedor's family goes back many generations, and they slowly accrued a large area of land, both inside and outside the city. His mansion lies within a high compound wall built of yellow sandstone. Within the walls I'm sorry, folks. Early in the morning, my brain is. Within the walls is a large landscaped area with a small pond and well-maintained flower beds. You must gain access to the mansion inside these walls, but it will not be easy. The only gate into the compound is guarded day and night by a ratoon of elite soldiers paid for personality by the Baron. These guards tend to attention and keep watchful on the street. They are not the types to be found slumbering on duty. They are heavily armored and carry heavy longswords, evidence of the Baron's wealth. Will you try to approach the guards and ask to enter? Or do you fancy trying to bribe the guards by turning? Now, alternatively, you could attempt to climb over the wall. Let's just go the straight up approach. I mean, we haven't done anything wrong, right? The guards line up in front of the gate as you approach. While not overly threatening, this gesture is quite intimidating. The leader, a gruff, bearded man, some 6 feet in height. That's about me. Those of you who don't know, I'm about 6'3", 6'4", give or take. Those of you who were lucky enough to see pictures of me, you know that's true. I dwarf my entire family. Anyways, steps forward and ask your business. Behind him you can see a wide gravel pathway leading to the mansion. If you are wearing a black armband, well, we are not wearing a black armband. If you are not, turn to page 13. I'm sorry, the guard leader tells you, but you may not enter. The Baron and his wife are indisposed and will not be accepting visits from rabble like you off the street. Insulted, you naturally reach for your weapon, but then you see the other guards mirroring your actions. You think better of it. As politely as you can, you ask again, but about admittance, saying you have information for the Baron. But the leader walks back to the gate, ignoring you completely. If you'd like to attempt to bribe the guards, or perhaps you prefer to try climbing over. I feel like trying to climb over isn't going to go over very well. Let's check our money, shall we? Well, we have 15. Well, we know the murdered man noble's name is Fedor Kari has been kidnapped. Dagger, stiletto. Yes, well, very well. Let's try to bribe the guards, shall we? The guards react in fury to your attempt to... Wargeese. They are loyal to Baron Fedor to the death, and your attempt to bribe them only serves so that you might be a thief or an assassin trying to take advantage of the situation. Oh boy. The guard leader cuffs you roughly around the ear, sending you tumbling to the ground. Away with you! We don't want your sword around here. As you stagger to your feet, the guards draw their swords in readiness. It would be suicide to attempt to fight them. As you walk away from the gate, you hear the leader call out, "Double the guard! We do not want the Baron to be disturbed this day." With the guards now alert to any potential break-ins, you stand no chance of climbing over the wall to meet the Baron, so your line of inquiry has come to a dead end here. If you hear the name Eltane, you may now follow up this lead. No, we have not. If you have no other leads, turn to page 80. It seems you have exhausted every possible lead you had as you walk aimlessly around the streets. The hustle and bustle of everyday Orlandian life is all around you, buying, selling, and arguing. You have to push your way through a group of merchants loudly haggling over the price of fish. As you do, you spy a guard patrol the other side of a stall nearby you. One of them looks into your eyes and after a moment of recognition, points to you, shout, "That's him! That's the assassin we're after." Thinking better of trying to persuade them otherwise, you overturn a cart laden with vegetables in their path and sprint for a busy side alley where you hope to lose the guards among the crowds. Your tactic seems to work, but now it is clear that you are no longer welcome in Orlandes. You waste no time in making plans to leave or escape the city, whilst however you can. Within the next couple of hours, you have bribed a merchant to let you stow away aboard his caravan, heading north to Nuroth. Hiding under a pile of rugs and cushions on board, you pass through the Orlandian city gates undetected. After an uneventful week on the road, finally you arrive in Nuroth. What you hear when you arrive there is shocking beyond belief. The Grand Duke of Orlandes was assassinated during a ball held in honor of his daughters. The assassin's likeness is plastered over the city of Nuroth. It is your own face. Unfortunately, your journey and lack of shaving razor has made you virtually unrecognizable. You take shelter in a dinghy inn on the dockside, hoping to learn more. The next day, the city is shocked to hear that an army of bandits, trolls, and ogren, led by an evil warlord and his spiteful sorceress consort, has laid siege to Orlandes city. Holy fucking shit. As the days pass, more bad news trickles in. First the walls have fallen, then the militia has been routed, and then there is no more news. For Orlandes, the great jewel falls. All its citizens are massacred, not even one is left alive. Rumor has it that the army is now making for Nuroth. An exodus of travelers and tradesmen leaves the city, some making for Kusk, others for the sea and beyond. You have no particular destination in mind. Everyone you knew is dead, and you were unable to stop it. Without hope, you quickly fall in despair and madness. In less than a year's time, the magnificent Orlandes city will be little more than a crumbling ruin. The rest of your life is spent wandering the mountains and steppes beyond Kusk, ever searching for redemption. The end. Okay. Okay. That was an assassinate in Orlandes, folks. I failed horribly and miserably. Yes, well, I did enjoy that big boost of health, though. That was nice, but, alright, looks like I'm gonna play this game again. Maybe with you watching, too. But, anyways, Nat, all you people that enjoy visual novels and such, I definitely recommend this. Yeah, it's great. I love visual novels. Anyways, this is Green Rain signing off. I'm shocked and surprised that this came to such a swift end. But, yeah. Anyways, bye-bye, toodles. See ya, sayonara.